It was Saturday, June 5th, 1943. Lieutenant Fred Hargesheimer was flying a photo recon mission at 8,000 feet above the Japanese-occupied island of New Britain. The Japanese pilot sighted Fred and delivered the shots that started his P-38 Lightning into a dive. Fred bailed from the burning plane, only to land deep in the jungle of enemy-occupied territory. 31 days of survival on his own ended when the Mira Mira people found the tired Star Bearman. For 5 months, under the leadership of their chief, they nursed Fred back to health, hid him from the enemy patrols, and led Fred to the Australian Coast Watchers camp in the mountains behind the village. Fred never forgot the kind people of Papua New Guinea, and after a brief trip back to say thanks in 1960, Fred returned home only to wonder what he might do to show his real gratitude and repay the debt to those to whom he owed his life. A school was suggested by Fred Shirley, a Lutheran missionary home on leave from New Guinea. Yes, a school, but how? Friends and family were selected. The Airmen's Memorial School opened with 4 classrooms, 4 native teachers, and a student body of 40. Fred's date was finally being paid. After retirement, Fred moved to Nevada County, California, and it was here that the story of the school that fell from the sky continued on. Fred was now in his early 90s when Hal DeGraw of the 49er Rotary Club of Nevada City met him, and a dialogue was started about what Rotary might do to further the efforts of Fred's school that was now more than 40 years old. With many distinguished graduates, including a now professor at the University of New Guinea, Garua Penny. Rotary was there in the very early days of the school effort, and now it was an opportunity to continue that legacy.
We're just back from a Rotary trip to Papua New Guinea to build on what was started by Fred Hargesheimer when he started 2 schools in Awasi and Noau. That trip changed people forever, and it changed hearts both there and here. And we're here to talk to Howard Wilson, a first-time volunteer, to see what his reactions were.
The Rotary theme was World Peace Through Understanding a number of years ago, and I felt that this project was the epitome of achieving understanding by another culture.
Barry Turner has been on a number of these trips, dozens probably. I wonder what keeps you coming back, Barry?
So we know that we're doing a good thing. The dentistry is one of the few slam dunk types of projects where we can go in and actually do 1 episode of treatment, walk away, and it's almost always going to be a positive thing.
The team began to assemble. Meetings were held, itineraries produced, supply lists made, emails and contacts developed. A project that would involve dozens of members both here and along the route to the school that fell from the sky, and the continuation of Fred's work with the people of Papua New Guinea. The team arrived to fanfare and warm wishes, but the work was yet to be done.
Setting up our generator. A compressor and one of the wet dry vacs.
The team needs all the hands it can muster to transform the clinic from a classroom to a dental operatory. Triage is an important function of the team to maximize the work in the clinic.
No problems means no. Okay?
Repairs need to be improvised along the way, and all hands can help. Strategies to achieve the highest level of service go on daily as the team sees dozens of patients each day. It's not like back home. You make do with what you have. Some team members learn new skills. Every team member is vital. The work to be done is plenty and the time is limited.
200. So we could have done more, but it is.
Not all of the work goes on in the clinic. Teaching, building, and training to sustain the work of the team are going on also.
Hello, California.
Hello, California. Isn't it? Then Josh. James? Adjective is so. I might call Josh if I know him. Jolly.
This is the remodel project that Harry was working on with Bill.
They wrap up, and I guess they figure the 98.6 is.
Every member of the team is first an ambassador.
That's what I want, okay.
That's how we're gonna come in.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Amazing grace, how sweet. Amazing grace, how sweet. That saved a wretch like me.
The team was called together to witness a ceremony to honor the spirit of Masapreti by the elder women of the community. Masapreti had brought the school that fell from the sky, and his spirit is still a force in the community.
Come to this area where the fire is, and he will be left here, and he will remain, even if you are going back, but God's spirit will remain in here. And this is the act of that our ladies are doing.
Rotary came to help expand the work that Fred Hargesheimer started in 1960 with the Rotary Club of St. Louis, Missouri, and the people of Papua New Guinea have not lost his memory. The smoke is the spirit of Masapreti. The team is near the end of their stay and ready to leave, but not without a celebration, dancing, gift exchange, and a few tears of the new friendships made that are now parting.
Now that we're back from the trip to Papua New Guinea, I think the one thing this points out to me is that opportunities for projects are everywhere you look. Wherever you go, whenever you travel, whoever you meet, they may have a need, they may have a want that Rotary can satisfy, and Rotary can do a project to help them. And it's great to get seasoned veterans like Barry, and it's great to get new people like Howard to go on these trips, because through this they get a better understanding of what Rotary is all about and what Rotary can do in the world, and Rotary is reflected better in terms of how people view us and what we can do in the world. Larry, when we got over there seemed to be a lot of buy-in from the community assistance from people in the building project and the education and assisting the dentist. You went over there on an exploratory trip before we went. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got the people energized to do that?
I think it was the fact that I really convinced them that there were going to be 16 people, Rotarians and their spouses, who were actually going to be there in October. Fred's protege, I would call her, Garua Penny, I think she was incredibly involved in making that happen. And I think once the word got out to all of the villagers at both Iwasi and Noao that there were going to be these Americans coming over to help them, they actually, at a church service on Palm Sunday, preached out from the pulpit and said that we weren't there to bring them the fish, we were there to help them learn how to fish. And that was actually the sermon on Palm Sunday. Bill, you're not a member of the Rotary Club. Your wife is, of course, but what did you get out of the trip as a non-Rotarian?
Well, I am a non-Rotarian, but I have participated in a lot of the other international clinics that we've done in Mexico, and I've gotten to know a lot of the Rotary people, and I really enjoy the energy and the company, and as Ann said, this did sound like a great new adventure.
Bye.